Howdy, Blackmen. This week, we're going to be talking about the win over Nolensville and then discussing the upcoming homecoming game versus Laverne on the BSPN football show. My name is Peyton Huff, and I will be your host.
So I want to play even harder for him. After they show passion, it makes us want to do it better too.
Absolutely. Afterwards, once we discuss these games, we'll have Jaden Lark on the show. Let's start talking about this last game versus Nolensville. My goodness, Blackmen stomped then Tennessee ranked number 70 Nolensville. It was 42-7 by the end of the game, but it was 42-0 by the third quarter. This was a great game to watch. And the guy we were talking about, who was talking about him a lot, Jaden Lark, had the fireworks ready. It felt like the 4th of July watching this show with the explosiveness that was this. Let's first just kind of start slow by talking about these running backs. The running backs picked up right where they left off every week and last week. Micah rushed for the first touchdown, and multiple players are getting quality touches. I saw Kari Dixon get some. Max Wilcox even had an impressive start to this game with running and catching. He's started to showing up, especially in the last couple games, but overall, he's been really good on the offensive side of the ball. But the fireworks started when a deep pass was intercepted by Lark, and he returned it, and then Jabari punched the ball in. But not stopping there, he jumped a slant pass and took it all the way to the house for a touchdown. And then on the next drive, when Emory blocked the field goal attempt, Lark picked it up and ran it all the way back for a touchdown, putting the Blaze up 28-0. This man doubled Blackmen's point count by himself. But that is not all. Week 1 MVP Trey Thornton intercepted another pass and ran it back all the way to the 14-yard line. Afterwards, Javion connected with Brylan for a touchdown. And then in the third quarter, Javion ran for another touchdown to round out our score at 42. Nolensville scored in garbage time when the second stringers got put in for their quality playing time. Overall, this was just an incredible performance. Nothing for me to really nitpick here because most of the starters were done by the third quarter. And so let's just jump right into MVPs. Number 1, on the offensive side of the ball, Javion was our MVP. Fantastic game from him. I really didn't have anything bad to say about this game from anybody, really. And then, of course, on defense, Jaden Lark. And overall, Jaden Lark was also our MVP. He just played fantastic in this game, just all over the field. But now we're going to jump over to looking at this game versus Laverne. Blackmen has not moved in the state rankings after their thrashing of Nolensville. They are still ranked at number 14 in the state, but their national ranking has jumped up 84 rankings to, you gotta be kidding me, 667. Anyways, Laverne has had the brakes beat off them at the hands of Riverdale, 44-7. Yet somehow they moved up 2 spots to 212th in the state of Tennessee and up 56 spots to rank number 8,489 in the nation. Didn't even know we had that many teams in the nation. This Laverne team is very focused on the run game, just overall in terms of their team play. It's like Oakland's, but minus state championships or winning games or stopping teams from scoring or scoring. It's really not like Oakland at all. It's like a 1-year-old brother trying to copy his older brother named Jaden Lark. The 1-year-old just can't do it. The keys to victory for this game for Blackmen, 1 is getting this running game going. Every time, I preach this, every time for Blackmen, they have to get this run game going. And it's true. If these running backs get going and start chugging along, Blackmen can move the ball. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, it's stopping the run game. That's all there is to it, especially for this team, because this is a very run-focused team. They play a lot of under center. We're going to hand the ball off in different ways. If Blackmen can stop the run game, there's no way they're going to get past the secondary. It's fantastic. The X factors for this game, on offense, Micah and Jabari. Again, they're the running backs. They're the key to this offense. If they get going, if they get the touches they need, the offense should be fine. Defensive side of the ball, I mean, we see what happens when Jaden Lark gets going. He's got to be the X factor for this game. So now we're going to jump to our interview with the MVP for our last game, Jaden Lark. Thank you for coming on the show, Lark.
Of course, man.
Great job in that last game. And like I was saying, it was just fantastic overall. But you were injured during the off season. It was a pretty significant injury that kept you out most of the summer, correct? Mm-hmm. How does it feel after coming off that injury and the uncertainty of even playing the first game of the season to have such a big game like this?
It felt great. I'm certainly blessed to have the opportunity to play this season after the injury I had surgery. And it just shows the work I was putting in. As soon as I got clear for contact and clear to run and stuff, I instantly started going to training, working out, getting stronger, getting my leg back explosive. So that's all I was doing when I was clear.
That's fantastic. It's good to see that. Now, you're a senior. How do you help the younger guys on this team? Because obviously once you're gone, there's going to have to be people that step up. How do you help those guys in their performance?
I emphasize film study. That's the most important part because the game is probably 90%, 95% mental. I tell them to do that, and then after practices, after games, we do more film study, and then I tell them also get some extra work in outside of practice because that's the only way you're gonna get better. Those extra reps, that extra repetition, that's how you get to a great level, to an elite level.
Yeah, like you. So for this team, obviously I was talking about how you influence the younger guys, but do you take overall leadership? Because you're one of the higher performing players. Do you take leadership? How do you hold other players accountable?
I had to take leadership on this team this year. I mean, I didn't want to, but skill set sets you apart. Like, you have to be a leader if your skill set's super high. So I hold other players accountable and I hold myself accountable. And then when I'm slacking, I tell them to hold me accountable too. Everybody has to be held accountable. Everybody has to do the right things, and nobody can be independent and doing their own thing because that's when the team falls apart.
Absolutely. Would you say there is a player, college, NFL, retired NFL, that you look up to?
My two favorite people right now is Will Johnson and Mike Sarenstill. Will Johnson plays for the Cardinals, and Mike Sarenstill plays for the Commanders. Mike, he's like a smaller DB like me, and then Will Johnson, he's just perfect. Like, he does everything great. So I study them too. I don't really have a retired person I look up to because I ain't old. I'm not, no shade or anything, but I just don't really get into the older players.
I mean, obviously, the more current players are the players you're going to probably base your style
Exactly.
off. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so for the rest of the season, we're obviously this is the 5th game of the season. We're 4 games in. What do you want out of the rest of the season? Personally, team-wise, just overall?
I'm going to start with team first.
Okay.
I want to go undefeated, be the regular season champions. And then once we get into playoffs, we're going to have to hit full gas and try to get to the state championship, go as far as we can. But we're going to take it one game at a time. That's the only thing you can do, not overlook any opponents and attack each day, each week as hard as we can. Absolutely. And personally, I'm just going to keep being consistent, keep doing the right things, not get too ahead of myself, not get too high, not get too low, and just keep my head on straight, keep looking forward.
Absolutely. Well said, Lark. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes,
good luck with the rest of this season. You guys are going to do fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Y'all. You know, I didn't sugarcoat it for this Laverne game. They are not a very good team, but Blackman's got to stay focused for it. Thank you again so much to Lark for coming on the show. He did a fantastic job. He's a great player on and off the field. It's great watching this young man. Thank you all so much for tuning in this week. The theme for this week is blue and orange. It has been a great start to the season. I hope y'all show out for this homecoming game. It's going to be a really big event, and it's really important for the Blackman community and culture here at Blackman High School. They'll be really big, and so please show out for this team, for this high school. I am Peyton Huff. This has been your BSPN Football Show, Week 5. Hope you all have a great rest of y'all's day. I'll see you guys next time, and go Blaze!